made peace with the fact that hesabu inanishinda. So there's no way I'm going to be a pilot. There's no way I'm going to lie to myself I'm going to be a pilot. I'm going to be a neurosurgeon. Nilijua tu hesabu siwezi na I made peace with that. Unaweza anza kuuliza mtu but then mbona uko na mtoto mmoja? Mbona una watoto? And then kumbe they're struggling to conceive. You never know. I interviewed the head of judo games in Africa. Hey guys, hope you're all doing okay. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bella Itemere. If you're new here, karibu sana. Thank you so much. For returning viewers, thank you. For returning subscribers also, thank you so much. You're the reason why I do this every day. If you're new here, thank you so much. Don't leave this channel without subscribing. At least give my videos a thumbs up and always remember to share with your friends so that they can as well get to know me, right? Today is an interesting day. It is Sunday, and I know mostly Sundays people are relaxing out there. Others wameenda chicken in with their families. Others are just relaxing their houses. Others are doing different things. Maybe bonding with their friends, sleeping, family, Netflix, and all that. It's okay. So today I felt like introducing story Sundays. I don't know if that will work, but if it works, well and good. If it doesn't, we will appreciate that we tried. Story Sundays, I felt like because most Sundays, mostly Sundays are relaxing days and most people are in the house, so we can just talk about life. We can just talk about different things, our experiences, our journey through life. And today, I want to tell you my story through life. Not really through life as in kutoka utotoni mpaka sahi, no. My story like in campus, because in campus is where we get to experience so many things when we don't know really about life. Especially wale wasiu wanatoka tu shago, umetoka shago juu unakuja Nairobi kusoma. You can relate to this. You get, sometimes you experience culture shock and so many other things. So I'm here to tell you my story. So in campus, I had friends na sisi wote tulikuwa tu sijui niseme wa shamba ama niseme aje, because in campus is where you get to experience new fashion, new food, new places, entertainment joints, and just so many things. You get also to experience different people when it comes to dating and all that. So unfortunately or fortunately, sometimes I take it positively and I can call it fortunately. Fortunately, kwa sakoli yangu, all the girls nilikuwa na hang out now, ama nilikuwa natembea nao, ama tulikuwa tunaenda classes now. No one was drinking, no one was partying, no one was, we were not doing anything like with our lives. It was just about school and kwenda nyumbani. Na kama kuna siku tunapanga, maybe we want to go and spend somewhere or we want to just go somewhere and eat, tungechanga tuende KFC. Okay, kuchanga, I understand that people who changa. But then again, I don't know, but kampo kulikuwa na a lot of kuchanga. Mkitaka kubai kitu ya thao, mnashikana kama watu watano, mnatoa tuso, ndio mchange, mwende, mkule. So, hiyo ndio ilikuwanga lifestyle yetu. Tunatoka, tunaenda classes. If Tuesdays class zinaisha mapema, then tunachanga hiyo thao, tunaenda kula pizza because it's terrific Tuesday, na tukula pizza hapo setup wa pizza mbili. Tunabuy pizza na soda tunakunywa. And that was always our dates, our hangouts, and all that. Like we were not so much into clubbing, into partying, mpaka mimi upatana na best yangu mwingine siku hizi najiambia, kama tungechanuka tukiwa kampo. Hey, I don't know. Because sisi tulikuwa ile life ya unaamka, unapigana simu, umefika wapi, tutoke tuende shule, after classes mnaenda kwa mtu mmoja, maybe mnakula, mnaenda home. That was our life. And mostly when we were getting through school now, tunamalizia, we used to go to Marion's place and Mariana's place, though mi sikuwa naenda kwa Mariana sana because it was like a little bit far. Ilikuwa Tumaini na mimi nilikuwa nafika Masai Lodge, so tulikuwa manaive tu, we're trying life, we're trying different things. Ati ile yenye mmepanga sijui leo tunatesa club fulani, we never had that. We never had that kind of lifestyle. Anyway, in campus there were different groups of girls. There were different groups of girls, not just girls but students. Kuna wale walikuwa mabeshte because every Friday they would club ama wanaenda masherehe pamoja. Kuna wale walikuwa mabeshte just because they are sharing a certain characteristic, or they are coming from rich family, or they eat in a certain place. Unaona, kuna ile rende ya mess. Nyinyi mnajuanga nyinyi mess mnaenda na kijiko and food is cheaper. Alafu kuna ile rende ya wanakula in a better place. Okay, there were different groups of students. So it was upon you to choose a group. Ama kama peer pressure itakuingia sana, you'll force yourself to enter a certain group. So at some point in campus, nilijaribu new things. That was selling clothes. I sold clothes. I sold jewelries. I tried selling jewelries. I tried also selling pass za wasichana za Ankara. At some point it worked for me. I can say it worked for me. At some point I can say business si rahisi. It's not for the faint-hearted. You also have to know the sizes ya client wako, especially when you're selling clothes. Lazima ujue sizes, lazima ujue trends. So unajipata mimi nikiuza nguo, nilikuwa na buy mostly nguo zenye zinanitosha so that stock isipoenda nitavaa. Sometimes hata unafika tu kwa nyumba unaanza kuvaa nguo. I never had that discipline, but it was at some point it was working for me, and I thank God. After I tried business, it's not because that I lacked or something. It's just because ile trend ya kampu, you want to buy some trousers, you want to buy some better shoes, you want to buy something, you have to save up and get that. Ama sometimes unajipata uwezi tumia school fees ama unaogopa kuitisha mzazi pesa fulani because ume overspend. So you have to look for a way to get that money. Right? Yes. So after that, after trying businesses, because at some point they worked for me, a certain girl introduced me to other things kama easy jobs promo. There's a certain product coming in supermarket, so you have to go and promote it. It's a new product, so people don't know so much about it. So unaenda unasimama hapo kama ni 3-in-1 chocolate imekuja tu kwa super, they need girls to promote that product. So unapata product, hiyo promotion na run for 21 days, you get 21,000 bob, or in a run for 30 days you get 30k. It was a good job. This girl was so hardworking, so that's why nilikuwa attached kwake, because she was so hardworking. Na alikuwa firstborn kwa, I don't know if it's ni behavior firstborns wanakuanga tu hardworking hivyo. I really don't understand, because so many firstborns that I've encountered or that I've been close to, all of them wamekuanga hardworking. After that, I really wanted to on my career. I really wanted to improve my career. I was so passionate with radio since class 6. Mimi sijawahi kuwa na zile mioto za I want to be a lawyer. I want to not a lawyer, nishaisema nataka kukua. Sijawahi sema I want to be a neurosurgeon, I want to be a pilot. I knew well it's either law or media or journalism, especially broadcast journalism, not print. Because I felt like I'm not a good writer, so I just have to be a broadcast journalist. Anyway, from class 6, that was my passion. Sikuwa ijiambia ati Bella sijui utakuwa pilot. I knew maybe math. I made peace with the fact that hesabu inanishinda. So there's no way I'm going to be a pilot. There's no way I'm going to lie to myself ati I'm going to be a pilot, I'm going to be a neurosurgeon. Nilijua tu hesabu siwezi, na I made peace with that. Sijai kuwa na shida ati I wish I knew mathematics. No. No. So Uh, I remembered my career. I wanted to be a journalist, a celebrated journalist in that matter. So I started going to the school radio, do reports. Nikiona mabeshte zangu wanaenda home wananiacha, but then I have to train myself. I have to be a better reporter, because with radio you'll have to begin with reporting. At least you write stories kidogo kidogo, you are reporting here and there. And then after you have known, or you have mastered how to report, then you could now do uh, prime time news. Unaweza sasa soma news za saa moja, unaweza soma news za, unaweza pewa news ufanye. So after I think at some point nilisoma news mara kadhaa, and then niliambia the head of radio, Okemwa, nataka kufanya show. Sijui akaanza kunizungusha. I mean, nikasema I won't follow him. Okemo was our head of radio, was so talented, and I respect him to date, because he's the one who trained me to do stories. And to date, I respect that guy. After that, nikataka sana kukua kwa radio, because nilikuwa nataka kufanya show. Mi sikuwa interested na news. You know, news you just write, it's so serious, you just write, you go report, you play jingles, you do what. So I never wanted that. I wanted a conversation, you know, a conversation. You naambiwa hii unaweza pinga, unaweza. I just needed a conversation, because I felt like pia hapo kwa show I can express what I feel, what I'm going through. Na watu wakipiga simu giving me solutions, I can get a solution there. So nikamaliza news. Nakumbuka I was so good in news at some point. Sijui hiyo talent ilienda wapi, but at some point I was so good in news. Nilikuwa naingia studio, umeandikwa hapo news, some different reporters wameleta news zao, wamekupatia nitwaje that ka paragraph. So unaingia studio, you're very ready. Naingia ni saa moja majirani ya Afrika Mashariki. Hujambo na karibu kwenye habari za sasa. Jina langu ni Bella Itemere. Tume ya uchaguzi na mipaka ya IEBC. Yani it was so interesting. In short, if I get a chance, I can still do it again and again, because anyway, I just love journalism. After that, nikapata chance ya kuco-host a girl called Sana at late night show MMU radio. Nika co-host Sana for a period of time. Then we went for attachment. After attachment, we came back. I went for attachment at KBC. After attachment, we came back. And behind this, I've not told you something. I had a very strong issue when it comes to kusoma hizo news na reports. I had a very strong self-esteem issue. Yani, nilikuwa naona, sijui zinaitwaje. Nilikuwa nikika hivi, ati nasoma news kwa recording room, alafu mtu aingie, me I can't continue. So I really struggled to get over that. Nilikuwa nataka nijipate kwa a point where I can comfortable read news, I can comfortable introduce a show hata kama watu wamejaa, of which I'm not yet there, but at least I'm somewhere, you know. Mi singesoma report ya news kama watu wamejaa. Singesoma, hata ningeachana nayo, niambie mtu mwingine afanye news. I have an emergency. That was me back then. After that, I worked hard, nilijituma, and then I met some guy. Unajua ukikuwa kwa radio, ama when you are in media generally, you get to experience different people, you meet different people while just doing your job. I met this guy mwenye aliniambia, alikuja show, alileta msanii show, and then he was a manager to this msanii. Akaniambia, akabelieve in me, akaniambia, you're so talented, you can do this, nini. Nikasema, it's okay, because me I was not believing in myself, niko na esteem issues, I'm just struggling, but he believed in me. Akaniconnect na job kwa a certain radio in Germany. It was a radio based in Germany. So I was to be their reporter here in Kenya, do stories for them, voice stories for them here in Kenya, send to Germany to be aired in Germany. All the stories were being aired in Germany because they had no physical station here in Kenya yet. I was not the only reporter. Kuna pia reporter wa TZ nini. So that was my job. You saw stories, you go for interviews, you interview these people, and then you send stories to be broadcasted in Germany. I got that opportunity when I was in my last year of school. I thank God because it opened my eyes, it shaped my career, it gave me some courage. I got to interview some big people in politics and entertainment, and I thank God. So my first interview, my first assignment, I just did a few students. My first assignment was pale Tao. Kuna inaitwaje? There's a certain place kama unaingia Tao ukitoka Ngara. So kulikuwa na so many street kids there. So I was to do a story about street kids. And that was my first story, my first assignment. It was perfect. It was good. It was better. I can't say perfect. It was better. Nikatoka hapo nikafanya few stories nini street wapi. And then when you're doing stories in street, you know very well you have to be courageous because watu wamesoma wamekuangalia. So huwezi fanya story kama umeangalia chini, kama you are shying off. No, you just have to be courageous. After that, nikaendelea na career, and then there's this day that I told myself, despite everything, I have to shine. This day I went to interview Uncle Fredo Batch. Machoka. Hey! So it was my first time going to start. It was my first moment interviewing celebrities and all that. So this day, nilifika huko, watu wamejaa. When people saw me, saw Uncle Fredo Batch coming, nimu interview, watu wakuja wakaja. So I had no other ways but to ask good questions, to be courageous, and to shine. The goal was to shine. Uncle Fred akakuja, and nilikuwa na mlana. I was wondering, is this guy friendly? Is this not friendly? Because when someone is okay, you have to know the kind of questions you are asking people, because some people don't like personal questions and others don't like when we're asking. There are people who don't like some kind of questions, in short. So I really had to learn him and know the kind of questions to ask him. So he went through, we bonded for a short, for like less than 5 minutes. I told him my name, he told me his, and then nikajiambia, it's my time to shine. It's my time to shine. Shine, girl. Nikamwangalia hivi na nika-introduce show. Welcome to our entertainment stories. My name is Itemere and all that and all that. And then nikauliza Uncle Fredo Batch. Nikamuuliza, because he used to call himself, he calls himself the blackest man. So nikamuuliza, hi Uncle Fred, why do you call yourself the blackest man in Black Africa? Oh, akaniambia, but I'm black, Bella. What do you think? Why did you choose the blackest man in Black Africa?
Because I'm black, Bella. What do you think?
So the conversation ikaflow. And that was one of my best interviews, by the way. It was short with good questions and clear. I thank God for that. After that, I went to interview Guardian Angel. Akaniambia, hizi maswali zote wasanii wananiuliza, ama hizi maswali zote journalists uniuliza, if you Google them, you can find them. So I really had to think of questions zenye as it revolved around how did you start in music, the common questions. I never asked him any single common questions za kawaida ati how did you start music, how did you venture, sijui hizo maswali za watu kumuuliza about street kid. It was, I think, at some point a street child. I never asked any of those questions because I come and if you Google these questions, you can really know everything about me. So nikaanza kumuuliza other questions about life, just the other side of him, apart from being in limelight, apart from being in the entertainment industry, the other side of him. And that's how I managed to do that interview. Sometimes we go to places and people just will shut you from interviewing them obvious questions or from asking them some questions. Na kama hizo ndio questions ulikuwa umepanga, then you have to change haraka haraka. After that, I finished school. I did that job for another year, and then the guy, the owner of the radio, decided to take a break. He took a break. That was 2021. He took a break 2021 around March. Tukakaa hivo bila hustle. But then nilikuwa napata zi hustle za kawaida. Oh, Bella fanya hivi, Bella fanya. Because at the end of the day, you have to get some coins. We are in Nairobi and we have to pay for rent. We have to pay for different things. Nilikuwa mse najituma sana, by the way. If you are my friend back in campus or you are close to me at some point back in campus, you know very well nilikuwa najituma. Hadi zile hustles za shule zenye it's HIV AIDS day, wanapima watu, wanataka few students to work that day because a certain hospital is doing inafanya what is it called? A certain hospital imekuja kwa shule inataka kujua idadi ya watu ambao wameambukizwa na ugonjwa wa ukimwi. So what employ siku kama 5 students or 10 or 20 depending on the number of students they want. Alafu hiyo siku mtakula 1,000. So mimi nilikuwa nafanya jobs zozote, marketing nini. I used to do those jobs. So after that 2021 December nilikuwa na feel so low, I don't have a job nini. Then unapata hizo jobs za once in a while, unapata some gigs here and there, come cover this event for us. A certain mall is hosting an event, you have to be there nini. I used to get those gigs. But then again, I needed a job, end month, yakunilipa end month. I think that moment I applied for jobs. I applied for so many jobs and went home. Then jobs nilikuwa napata za media, online media, ama companies ni zile send a 1-minute clip of yourself doing a story in the street, send a 1-minute clip of yourself. Niliapply hizo job 2021 December and November kama zote. October, November, December, those around those months, I applied for those jobs like nonsense. And then I went home. That December 2021, came back 2022 January. Around the end of January 2022, I received this call. I was coming from somewhere. Hizi tu gigs nilikuwa nafanya za politics za nini. Anything that I get nilikuwa nafanya. So I was coming from somewhere, a political function. Ile yenye MP fulani anataka kupatana na youths wa area. I've really hustled in these streets. So MP fulani anataka kupatana na youths wa area fulani. I show up, take a few photos and okay, take a few photos. I mean, like I had a camera and I used to cover gigs. Sometimes I was not that good photographer, but even nilikuwa najituma. At least niskate kwa nyumba the whole day from asubuhi mpaka jioni. You get? I was coming from a political function around saa 5. And then I received this call from a certain company that I had applied for a job. Akaniambia, Bella, can you come to this office? It's located here and here and here and here. Now, I mean, of course I can, but just give me like 2 hours. By saa 8 I'll be there. Kaningoja. I went there. They told me there's a job. You applied for a job. We saw your application. Yes, you were so good in this. Can you begin work tomorrow? That's how I got this job from this company. It was a company, ilikuwa na photography area, ilikuwa na videography. It had a news section. It had a recording music area nini. So that's how I got this job. And remind you, nilikuwa nimeapply like zile tu time nilikuwa na apply my jobs. Na hiyo application ilikuwa you send a 1-minute clip of yourself, ukireport news kama mse wa mtaani. Unaona? Mimi sikuwa najua Sheng ama sijui. I never used to know those things. But nikajiambia, let me just apply. Nikatuma CV with all those things. And then kwa hiyo nikaambiwa, nikatextiwa WhatsApp, nikaambiwa can you send a 1-minute clip because they really wanted to know anajua kitu anafanya ama hajui. Then that was it. That's how I got that job. Nikafanya hiyo job around hadi 2022 June, July. And then the radio that I was working with initially called me back. I went back because I really wanted to be on radio. My passion was not about working in a news company, nini. I really wanted to be on radio. I don't know. But I really wanted to work in a radio company. I went back. Going back, that's when my career shoot. I had big interviews, political. I was just, nilikuwa nimejispecify kama entertainment journalist, entertainment and human interest, kitu kama hiyo, entertainment and lifestyle journalist. But then again, I had to learn politics because it was a political period. The first time I went and interview a certain MP. Mi sikujua maswali za kumuuliza really. I was told nikaambiwa research, but sikujua maswali ya kuuliza. Nikasema I can't ask so many things because it's just a month or a few days to the D-Day, the election day. So sitaanza kumuuliza sijui ati how did you venture into politics? Those are irrelevant questions at the moment. So nikajiambia I'm not going to ask those questions. Let me go and ask him about the current situation ya politics. Nikaanza na kumuuliza, nikaintroduce na nikamuuliza, how do you feel about the current political temperature? How do you feel about the current political temperature in the country? Hey, after nimeuliza hiyo question, I just got some courage, maswali zika flow. Yani nilikuwa namuuliza vitu zina happen currently. We currently know that political temperatures are quite high in the country. Yeah. How do you feel about it?
They don't need to be high. I think the contest of bronze was in World War II.
Yani juu nilijiambia sasa siwezi enda kumuuliza sijui ulizaliwa wapi, ulianzaje politics, nini. Kasema hizo ni common questions, I'm not going to answer that because such people feel like mimi najulikana. Why do you ask me my name, where I come from? You go to the interview. Kamuuliza that question. I felt so good about that question, baby. And I still feel so good about that question to date. I still feel so good because I felt like ili elevate. After that, I had a series of political interviews. Kuna pia foreign politicians walikuwa wanaingia kwa country. I interviewed them and I'm so grateful for that. Honestly, I'm so grateful for that. Kuna wale walikuwa I interviewed the head of judo games in Africa.
From wherever you are watching and listening to us, so welcome to a home of African hits.
I interviewed a certain MP from Madagascar. That and my secret to questions, I told myself that as long as I live in my career, there are questions that I won't ask unless we agree with the one that I'm going to ask, unless it's in human interest. It's something that is currently trending. Ndio nitamuuliza, can I ask you about the trending issue between you and maybe the government, between you? Because you never know after that. Okay, I don't know, but me huogopa. I don't ask people about their marital life. I don't ask people about childbearing because unaweza anza kuuliza mtu baadhi mbona uko na mtoto mmoja, mbona huna watoto, and then kumbe they're struggling to conceive. You never know. Unaweza anza kuuliza mtu baadhi, why do you have one child? Why do you ulisema utaki watoto kabisa? You might think it's a joke, but these people are struggling to conceive, you know. I don't ask those questions. I also don't ask a sensitive question on LGBTQ. I don't ask people questions on that because everyone has their own opinion about it. So you never know how is this guy, how is this lady going to take it, you know. those are just questions that I don't tackle. Heri tuongele kitu ingine, ama unless before the interview nilikuita nikakuuliza, but there has been a trending rumor at when msee wa LGBTQ, can you please try and clarify it on the interview? If you're okay about it, I will ask. If you're not okay about it, I respect your decision and I won't ask. That's me. And then after that, that was nilirudio radio from last year July. Yes, last year July. This year January, nikaingia sasa kwa hiyo radio, waka set up an office in Kileleshwa. They had everything, they had a studio. I started doing a morning show, breakfast show, which pia ilini elevate, nikaanza kusoma magazeti. I was always nataka kujua what's happening, what's trending, nani amesema hivi, nani alifanya nini. Inakupanua akili. You just get to a point where you want to be at the know. That was it. My career, that's how my career grew. I've been a go-getter. I've been working hard. I've been trying to do my best, but I know one day guys, itajipa. One day mtaniona huko BBC. I'm one of the top radios in Africa, in the world, I know. But in the meantime, let's just work with what we have right now. And we are grateful to God. That has been my journey from school to right now. I like telling my people my positive sides of the story, because I feel like people can still get motivated with your positive vibes. Si lazima nikuja hapa niambie vile nilikuwa nateseka, how I used to sleep hungry, how I used to struggle in the streets, for you to get motivated. I feel like people can still get motivated with the positive sides of the story. And that's why I was here to tell you my positive side. If you want to know maybe the negative side, because there are people when you're quite nataka maybe wasikie, oh, maybe she lost someone, maybe alishinda kulipa school fees, maybe alikuwa analala njaa. Maybe some people get motivated by the negative things, but then there are some people get motivated by the positive thing. Sisi kuja kuanzia hapa kuambia, oh, I used to sleep hungry. I'm not anywhere in life yet. So sidhani kama itawashtua. Utasema huyu ni msee wa kawaida kama sisi, so kulala njaa ni kawaida. Anyway, if you want part 2 of this story, now the deeper side and the life that we used to live, now in the hustling, my hustling ways. So hizo stories zenye mnataka kusikia, just comment down below, let me know what you want to hear, because pia mimi nimekula life, nimekula shida. Watu wameniona pale Rongai, the way I used to, the place I used to live. Najua kuna wale wanajua story yangu. If you want to know that story, just comment down below and let me know if you want to know that story. Thank you so much guys for watching. Thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. Thank you so much for being there for me in terms of content creation. Of course, I'm not yet there, but I'm trying. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Can you see I'm trying? Please subscribe. Don't leave this channel without at least share with 1 or 2 of your friends so that they can as well get to know me. Road to 5K subscribers. Let's do this. Bye. Have a nice evening.